Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, I want to talk about some, some fake news, man. I was just listening to my man Charles over on Dreamers Pro. And he was doing a video, this is yesterday, I believe, on his his short clips channel. And he was talking about this report that came out a couple of weeks ago. And it was fake news, man. I think everyone assumed the news was fake news because I didn't really see anyone talking about this. And that's part of the reason why I want to do this video, because Charles was talking about this, article, some things that we were hearing, that Michael Jordan was coming back to set the record straight on his fans. Maybe you guys have heard this, maybe you have not, but people had sent me this, and I seen some of the LeBron James fans in my comments on my videos telling me that Michael Jordan was coming back to shut down all his fans, and because, his fans are toxic, and that we've been promoting this 6-0 record, and that, we're bashing the current players. And they named several players that Michael Jordan was upset with how his fans were treating them. And one of those names was LeBron James. So Charles was talking about this in his video, and I want to talk about some of this stuff too, because some people in the comment section were saying that Charles was lying, that that's not true, that was never said. And I'm telling you guys right now, I heard the same thing, man. People are trying to say that Michael Jordan was coming back to shut his fans down, to stop them from talking about LeBron James and others, guys. And we're going to talk about this video, man, because once again, this is fake news that, the LeBron James fans, the media trying to put out there. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states, man, has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled, man. Much respect to all the true basketball fans that continue to support my channel, that continue to stand up, man. Thank you very much, guys. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I was just listening to my man Charles over on Dreamers Pro, a video that he did yesterday. And it was basically talking about this fake news that had came out a couple of weeks ago when Michael Jordan, when it was first reported that Michael Jordan was coming back for NBC, in, a role, as far as like, him, being involved with basketball again, right? Maybe doing some broadcasting, maybe doing some commentating, just something like that, right? We were all like wondering, what is Michael Jordan really coming back to do? Like, all of a sudden now, all these years, Michael Jordan has no social media. Michael Jordan doesn't have his own podcast, right? Michael Jordan's not doing interviews like that. You don't see Michael Jordan making guest appearances on ESPN First Take or Get Up or ESPN, any of this stuff. You never see Michael Jordan come through the NBA Finals and sit down in the booth, and just, chop it up. He doesn't do these things. Michael Jordan retired from the game of basketball, right? And he just kind of like rode off into the sunset, right? He left the Wizards in 2003. And, he had an itch to scratch, came back for the love of the game, played those 2 years, got it out of his system. And Michael Jordan has been doing his thing, right? He was the owner for a while, right? He sold the franchise. He's got his own racing team that he owns. He does the fishing, right? We talked about some of this stuff before. Michael Jordan's a competitive fisher, right? With his own yacht, his own boat and stuff, man. Like I said, we all know about his own racing team. This is the hobbies that Michael Jordan has. So Michael Jordan's not some guy that just sits at home and does nothing with his life. He's very busy. He's got a bunch of things going on, Michael Jordan, man. This is not a guy that retired and just kind of hangs around and spends his money. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case. Michael Jordan's got a lot of things going on. So if we think about that aspect, Michael Jordan kind of riding off, like I said, doing his own thing. You don't see Michael Jordan training with people, right? You just don't see Michael Jordan like that. This is not him. He wasn't like Kobe Bryant like that, where Kobe Bryant was training guys, interacting with the people, still involved in a lot of this stuff. That wasn't Michael Jordan. Like I say, he doesn't do a bunch of these interviews like that, right? He's like almost like a ghost, Michael Jordan, right? Since he's retired as far as basketball. So we were all wondering, why was Michael Jordan coming back? That's what everyone was wondering. Why is Michael Jordan coming back? Why is Michael Jordan coming back? What is he going to be doing, right? What is the capacity going to be? What is he actually going to be doing, right? So we all question this. Now, when this first went down, I was on social media looking into this stuff, trying to figure out the details, find out the details, and there's not really much to know or talk about. But when I was doing this, I came across, it wasn't an article, but I came across, it may have been an article that someone posted, but I saw this thing online. And basically what it was saying is that, Michael Jordan was coming back in this capacity to shut down his fans. That's exactly what it was saying. That he was coming back to shut down his fans and to stop them from bashing or, from talking down on the current era right now of NBA. And more specifically, certain players. And in this article that I was reading, they named Michael Jordan. They named LeBron James, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic. I'm trying to think of James Harden, I think, was on this list. These are the names that I saw on the list, guys. And immediately, when I was reading this article, I immediately knew this was BS. Just the way it sounded, it didn't even add up. Michael Jordan's coming back to set the record straight on his fans, essentially what they were trying to say, because his fans have been toxic, and Michael Jordan's upset that they promote 6-0. This is what the article was saying. Michael Jordan doesn't like the 6-0, that people say, oh, Michael Jordan's undefeated in the finals, that he cringes at that, and he doesn't like that. And I agree that Michael Jordan didn't want to be undefeated. Remember, he talked about this in The Last Dance. He wanted to play until they were beaten. That's what he wanted. That's what he was hoping for, to go until they were knocked off the mountaintop. So the 6-0 record is not something that Michael Jordan, is happy about, I guess, necessarily, because he's such a competitor. But Michael Jordan being 6-0 is part of what people celebrate about Michael Jordan's greatness. It's something that you can point to, because it's not just a 6-0. It's a 2 3-peats, guys. And once again, in the era that he did it in. But as I'm reading the article, and then it says, oh, he's coming back and he doesn't want them talking and bashing guys like LeBron James. Like I said, Luka Doncic, James Harden, Steph Curry. I think those are the names that I remember. I think there might have been one more name. But I immediately knew it was BS. You know why I said it was BS, guys? Because he didn't have Kobe Bryant's name on that list. He didn't have Kobe Bryant's name. And I know for certain, if Michael Jordan was really coming back to stop the fans from bashing the players and, whatever, he would have put Kobe Bryant's name in there. Because you're telling me Kobe Bryant don't get bashed by a lot of LeBron James fans? They tear Kobe Bryant's legacy down. They tear his life down, his memory down. They talk about him in the most disgusting ways, guys. I've seen people leave comments on my channel, happy that Kobe Bryant died, laughing at Kobe Bryant dying. Like, they make jokes about this stuff. These are the same LeBron James fans that have the nerve to come at me and say that I hate on LeBron James because I don't have him in top 10. I've never wished harm on LeBron James, but LeBron James fans have wished harm on me. LeBron James fans have wished harm on all kinds of other people. That's what they do. Because they have no class. They have no integrity. They have no honor. And we don't respect these fools the same way we don't respect LeBron James. So once again, the lack of respect that's out for LeBron James, the same thing with his fans. They have no idea what respect means. These are the people that follow and support LeBron James. So when I started reading that, and I see the names that's thrown out there, I immediately knew this is nonsense. Why would Michael Jordan publicly come out and say, oh yeah, I'm going to come out here and shut my fans down? Why would he do that? The same fans that buy his sneakers, that still wear his jerseys, that still support his brand, that support Michael Jordan. Because once again, man, as far as I'm concerned, I'm a fan of Michael Jordan. So that article, they were speaking to someone like me. And from day one that I've been doing this basketball talk on here, I've never came at anybody the wrong way. I've never disrespected these players. I'm keeping it real out here, man. I'm not tearing these guys down with false narratives and lies. None of this stuff. I've been setting the record straight. Once again, I've been setting the record straight, and I'm standing up for the true basketball fans. I'm supporting the guys from back in the day. I'm not tearing anyone down to lift up Michael Jordan. I've never done that on this channel. I've never tore down LeBron James to lift up Michael Jordan, or tore down Charles Barkley or Karl Malone or Wilt Chamberlain or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or any of these guys. I've never tore any of these guys down to lift up Michael Jordan, to make him or to make you believe that he's that great. I've told you guys, I don't give a damn if you believe Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time or not. But the one thing I've told you guys on here is we must remain and keep the facts to facts. And we have to set the record straight. We can't allow them to rewrite history. And that's what they've been doing out here on ESPN and a lot of these other websites, these forums, these fan pages. That's all they do. And they come out with these fake articles. You see a lot of this stuff floating around. I told you on Facebook, you see a lot of this fake news floating around. And then you got this stuff now. And I'm pretty sure this came from the media camp, this article, like I said, trying to bash the Michael Jordan fans. And what Charles was talking about in the video, and the reason why I wanted to do this video, is in response to some of the people in the comment section of that clip. because they were trying to act like Charles was actually reaching and stretching and making up this story. This was a true story that was actually floating around the internet. This was actually floating around. I've seen this multiple times. I remember the LeBron James fans in one of my videos sent me this. And they thought that they were clowning me. Wait till Michael Jordan comes back and he starts trashing all of his fans, all you clowns out there. Because these people think that we're the LeBron James fans. Why would Michael Jordan think that his fans are the problem with the NBA when we've been rooting for Michael Jordan since the 90s? If there was no problem in the 90s, there wasn't a problem in the 2000s. That all of a sudden now, the 2010s comes around, right? Who came in the 2010s era? Whose era was that supposed to be? Supposed to be LeBron James' era. That's his fans running rampant. That's his fans saying that LeBron James carried bums. They started those narratives. They're the ones that have the toxic behavior. They're the ones that do everything to lift up LeBron James and tear down everyone else. They're the ones that say the 90s was a watered-down league. Never heard that before in my life, guys. Now they're saying it's a watered-down league now. They're the ones saying that Michael Jordan played against nobody. I never remember hearing anyone say that. So I don't know what the LeBron James fans are thinking, trying to tell me and send me stuff about Michael Jordan coming back to shut down the Michael Jordan fans. The Michael Jordan fans are part of the reason why the NBA was the golden era in the 90s. It's a part of the reason why the NBA was popular, because of the Jordan fans that were lifting the game up, because Michael Jordan was pushing the game forward and lifting the game up. And we respected Michael Jordan for that. Michael Jordan's fan base is not toxic. Now, are there some toxic Michael Jordan fans? Are there some people that are a little bit over the top and get a little crazy? Absolutely. But we can say that for every single fan base, no matter what it is, whether it's a team fan base or an individual player, athlete fan base, we can say that about all these fan bases. There are obviously over the top, crazy, fanatical people in these fan bases. But when you talk about the overall feeling from a fan base, think about the Dallas Cowboys for a second. The overall feeling of the Dallas Cowboy fan base is delusional. They're delusional. Every year they think that their team is the number one team. Every year they think that they're contenders when they're not. Every year they think they're going to be great. They're going to be the best team. They start off winning a couple of games. The Dallas Cowboys are once again, like I said, delusional. The Cowboys have not been in a Super Bowl since the 90s, man. The 90s. That's a long time ago. But they're still living off the residuals from the 90s. The fans are still living off of the 90s. It's insane for the Dallas Cowboy fans to act the way that they act. Insane. But this is their fan base. They're delusional like that. There's many fan bases like this. And LeBron James' fan base is the worst fan base in all of sports. Because not only are they toxic, not only are they over the top for LeBron James, but they continue to lie for this man. They continue to make false narratives, rewrite history, bend reality. They continue to tear down the other all-time greats for no reason. They never even watched basketball in the 90s, but they got so much to say about it. They got strong opinions about these guys that they never watched play. We can get perspective. We saw guys before LeBron James, right? We've seen guys after LeBron James. So we can get perspective. Historically, you fools can't. So when we think about it, I hear that article, and I hear Charles talking about, they thought Michael Jordan was going to come back and protect and stand up for LeBron James. That's what they were saying in the article. But you got people in his comment section saying that he's lying, making up this story just to make a video. It's really laughable to me that they're LeBron James fans. Let's just be real, guys. It's really laughable to me how many LeBron James fans come through the Dreamers Pro channel. And sometimes I have fun with the weirdos in his comment section because, like I said, you get a lot of these weirdos out here. Oh, another LeBron James video? Oh, you got nothing to say but talk. This is what they cry about in the comment section. You fools are subscribed to Dreamers Pro. You're subscribed to my channel. You're subscribed to some of these other channels. You guys are coming back every single day and to cry, just to cry in the comment section. You guys are weirdos. That's weird, man. If you don't like a channel, you don't like Dreamers Pro, you don't think he knows this, you don't think he knows that, he's making up stories, then why the hell are you there? Why are you even commenting? The fact that you wasted time to comment on it shows how much you really think it is true. You just had to comment on it because LeBron James fans are emotional. That's all they got is emotions, man. They got nothing else left. They don't have facts. They don't have evidence. They don't have proof. They have emotions. They have feelings. They have narratives and lies. That's all they got. But they're out here thinking that Michael Jordan was going to come back and come after the fans. Why would Michael Jordan come after his fans? What has Michael Jordan fans done? They ain't done nothing. Michael Jordan, like I told you, man, he don't owe us a damn thing. I owe him. I haven't done anything on my channel that would make me feel ashamed Like, oh man, Michael Jordan, he gonna call me out because I did this video. I'm not ashamed about anything I've said on this channel or anything that I've talked about in this channel. Nothing. I've kept it real. That's why I tell you guys, if I stand on my principles and the values, I don't gotta worry about nothing. I don't gotta hide the shadows. I don't gotta put my head down. I don't gotta try to cover away. I can hold my head high because I've kept the integrity. This channel's about that. You guys know that. The LeBron James fans don't get that because the guy that they're supporting and following doesn't know what integrity is, doesn't even know what respect. He's asking for respect. Doesn't even realize at this point in time of his life that you earn it. It's always going to be earned. Man, you could lose at any moment. LeBron James has lost that respect. We respect Michael Jordan. This is why I do what I do. This is not to hope that Michael Jordan will autograph something for me, or he'll take a picture of me one day, or maybe he'll reach out in an email because he saw me do it. If I don't give a damn about this stuff, I'll never meet that dude. I don't give a damn. The one thing I know for sure is that LeBron James ain't close to that dude on the basketball court, man. I know that LeBron James ain't carrying himself like Michael Jordan did. I watched that. So when I hear them say, oh, Michael's going to come back and set the record straight, you think that Michael Jordan really cares what people are saying about LeBron James? You think that Michael Jordan really cares what people are saying about James Harden? Like, he actually had the names in this article, guys, were LeBron James, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, and James Harden. Like I said, there might have been like one more name. And he was saying how, oh, my fans are too hard on these guys. They're too harsh. They're always talking about 6-0. They're trying to make it seem like I was perfect. You name me a true Michael Jordan fan that thinks that Michael Jordan was perfect. I've never said Michael Jordan. We've talked about Michael Jordan being close to perfect as a basketball player, not having any weaknesses. But he's not perfect. He traveled. He carried. You know, I saw a video on YouTube the other day. It was a minute long, guys. Literally, I think it was 1 minute and 1 second long. And it was the title of the article of the YouTube video. And this is how you know it was a LeBron James fan. It said, the Michael Jordan that they don't want you to see. And it said in parentheses, Michael, it's like airballs or something like that. Michael Jordan's airballs. And like I said, the title of it was like, the Michael Jordan they don't want to show you. The Michael Jordan they don't want to show you. What are you talking about, man? They make it seem like people are hiding the airballs of Michael Jordan's career. And I laughed at this video because it was 1 minute long. And you're telling me of 15 years of Michael Jordan playing in the NBA, you have a 1 minute long clip of him shooting airballs? That's all you got. Was a 1 minute long clip of Michael Jordan shooting airballs in a game. Once again, you tell me that every NBA player never shot an airball. Larry Bird never shot an airball. Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Will Chamberlain, Bill. I mean, these guys are airball free throws. You talk about LeBron James now. Let's think about how many times LeBron James airball just free throws, guys. He's supposed to be a skilled basketball player, a wing position player who should be much better at the free throw line. This man's got so many airballs at the free throw line. We just talked about this. If you go through LeBron James' career of airballs just at the free throw line, it's going to be a longer video than Michael Jordan's airballs for his entire career. But they want to talk about the Michael Jordan they don't want you to see. We don't want to see Michael Jordan's airballs. That's going to make me change my mind on Michael Jordan. He shot an airball in his career. Uh-oh. That's insane. I saw this man, Michael Jordan, shoot free throws with his eyes closed. You ain't seen people doing this. I saw Michael Jordan shoot free throws with his left hand. You ain't seen people doing this. Once again, I'm not concerned about some airballs, but this is LeBron James fans, guys. They make videos on this stuff, and they're over here concerned about what we're doing, what we're talking about. Y'all are just a bunch of weirdos, man. That's why I say I laugh when they all have been Charles Dreamers Pros comment section. Y'all a bunch of weirdos, man. Go someplace else with that. You guys are so weird. You guys are so emotional. A bunch of Shannon Sharps. That's all you guys are, man. It's fake news. Once again, fake news being spread out there by the media. You really believe Michael Jordan's concerned about what they're saying about James Harden, but he doesn't mention Kobe Bryant? Michael Jordan wouldn't be he's not offended by the things they're saying about Kobe Bryant, but he's upset about James Harden being talked about, or Luka Doncic. You tell me Luka Doncic ain't really flopping out there? You think that Michael Jordan wants to watch Luka Doncic play the basketball game that way? And Stephen A. Smith came out and said, nah, Michael Jordan's come out here to set the record straight, man. He's coming out here to let these guys know the deal. Remember, it was Magic Johnson that came out, what was that, last year? Who came out and said he had a private talk with Michael Jordan, right? And how Michael Jordan was upset about the load managing. And he said, Michael Jordan told him, we got to do something about the load managing. It's hurting the game. That was Michael Jordan's exact words. So, who load manages? Who load manages? LeBron James load manages, doesn't he? James Harden load manages, doesn't he? He does, right? So once again, what are we talking about here? Kobe Bryant didn't load manage. Never did, man. Michael Jordan never load managed. The eras that I grew up watching, they didn't do these kinds of things. Once again, not saying these guys never miss games. That's perfection. But these guys were consistent. They were more often than not, they were there. That's why they didn't need a minimum for those guys. They showed up, right? They didn't need flopping guidelines because those guys didn't abuse it. They didn't need a play-in tournament. They competed, right? They didn't need an in-season tournament. These are the facts, guys. But they go over here and try to talk about, oh, Michael Jordan's offended by that. No, I didn't see Kobe Bryant's name there. I didn't believe it. If they would have said Michael Jordan's coming back and he's upset with how Kobe Bryant is being talked about and how Kobe Bryant is being, portrayed, I would agree. I would believe that. Man, Michael Jordan's coming back because Kobe Bryant was his boy, man, like his little brother. And they're bashing, tearing down Kobe Bryant. The LeBron James fans, not the Michael Jordan fans. What do Michael Jordan fans do? I'm confused here. They make it try to say that we're the toxic group. We're not toxic. The Michael Jordan fans wouldn't even be around. I told you, I wouldn't even have a channel talking about this stuff. I would have stuck to my fitness stuff. I would never talk basketball if they did not try to rewrite the history of the 90s and try to bend the reality. If they weren't doing this, if they would have kept the facts, kept the integrity, educated the people out there, pushed the game forward, we'd have nothing to talk about. But that's not what's going on. That's not the case. Right? The game has regressed. The game has gone backwards. Michael Jordan has noticed that. A lot of these guys have noticed it. Right? What did Michael Jordan come out at? What was that, a couple years back? Michael Jordan came out, Stephen A. Smith, remember, Michael Jordan told Stephen A. Smith to come out and say this. When Steph Curry said, oh, who is it in the conversation? It's just me and Magic. What did Michael Jordan came out and was like, yo, hold on a second here, man. Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time, man. People are trying to put Steph Curry above Magic Johnson. It was becoming laughable. Michael Jordan felt compelled to stick up and stand up and say something on behalf of his friend Magic Johnson, who he thinks and believes is the greatest point guard of all time, and he doesn't believe it's even close. So he felt compelled to tell this to Stephen A. Smith, to have Stephen A. Smith, relay this message to the people out there, to the masses. Michael Jordan's not going to come back and, like I said, attack the fans who have been setting the record straight. We've been the ones holding the standard here. At least that's how I look at it. That's how I see it. I'm not bashing the league. I'm keeping the facts, man. I'm trying to tell these guys they need to get back to the standard. The standard has been lowered. And I guarantee you Michael Jordan feels the same way. This is not the same standard. He's being held to a higher standard than LeBron James ever been held to. A lot of the guys in the past are being held to high standards. Oh, these guys are more skilled today. These guys couldn't shoot back in the day. These guys are bigger, stronger, faster. Meanwhile, every time we turn the TV on, these guys are not there. Someone's hurt. We watch the game and you see carries, travels. That's all you see. But they're more skilled. You tell me Michael Jordan doesn't see this? But he's upset because his fans are talking about LeBron James? So they really thought that Michael Jordan was going to shut it? This is what LeBron James fans were promoting. They were promoting that Michael Jordan was coming back to crap on his fans. I saw people in my comment section. I saw this one dude sent me something. He's like, Michael Jordan can't stand y'all. Michael Jordan don't even like his own fans. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. And he's going to come back and set the record straight on you guys. By the way, you guys are going to look dumb. This is what they were saying. Fake news. Just like LeBron James' entire career. It's all fake news. It's not reality. It's a narrative. It's a lie. That's all it is. They're just trying to promote something. Yeah, let's make something up here. Michael Jordan's coming back. This is why he's coming back. Insane, man. But remember, guys, that was not a lie. Charles wasn't making that up. That was a legit story that I saw floating around, and I refused to even talk about it, even though some of you guys had asked me about it. I refused to do a video on it because I'm not going to give any life to this. But when I saw Charles do the video, and then you had people in the comment section saying that he was lying and making up a story, no, he was not. He was not making up a story, you fools. That was a legit thing that I saw floating around. Once again, that they were trying to promote out here and pump out there. Michael Jordan's coming back to go after his toxic fans. That's laughable. Michael Jordan fans, like I said, helped lift up the NBA in the 90s. You guys know these are facts, man. It's LeBron James fans. They're the ones that have torn the NBA down. Because it was LeBron James himself who took the NBA downhill, and they didn't hold him accountable. They didn't care about his former super teams. The choke job in 2011, they excused him after he told us to go back to our boring lives. His fans and him are the problem. Not Michael Jordan fans. That's insane, man. It really is. But they try to promote this. Right? So now they couldn't win, any other kinds of, debates or any other stuff. So now we got to take it to the fans. Now they're going to try to do, the Michael Jordan fans, y'all toxic, man. Michael Jordan fans, y'all are the problem. Laughable. LeBron James fans are the same people that talk trash about Michael Jordan while wearing his sneakers. Think about that. The Michael Jordan fans, we're fans of not only Michael Jordan, but of basketball. We're fans of basketball. That's why we respect Michael Jordan. That's why we root for Michael Jordan. That's why, guys. Because Michael Jordan lifted the game up. He didn't cheat the fans, didn't cheat the game. He earned the respect from his contemporaries and from the fans. He was a true competitor who went out there and gave effort. That's not LeBron James, man. So like I said, the Michael Jordan fans are fans of basketball. We don't just root for Michael Jordan and bash everybody else, or root for Michael Jordan and tear these guys down. Oh, we don't give them that. Who cares about the NBA? We didn't want the NBA to suffer. That's why it was the golden era. The NBA was as heights. Michael Jordan and his contemporaries lifted the game up, and we appreciated that. That's why we're here now, because we're like, what the hell's going on? LeBron James fans are only fans of LeBron James. The way they speak, the posts that they put out there, the comments that they make, you can tell. They don't give a damn about what LeBron James done to the NBA. This guy has been cheating the NBA for years now. He low managed on the All-Star game. They don't care. So all these fools voted for LeBron James for the All-Star game. He couldn't even show up for y'all. I told you, the minimum that Michael Jordan could do for us was show up to work, and the man did that for us. LeBron James can't even do that for y'all. He can't even give you the minimum. The minimum he can't do for you guys. Insane, man. You guys know the deal. I'll catch you guys on the next one.